Geist Blade.
That's fun. I love this Pristine Talisman card. Like, I don't know why that Michael Jacobs deck that was playing it a while back just kind of like turned me on. I really like that card right now. I don't like. It does kind of everything you want it to do.
I really love Pristine Talisman. The moment it was printed, I basically put it in every control deck that I had, whether it was blue-white, whether it was mono-black, whether it was blue-black. I had some mono-red control decks, so I just jammed it right on in there, and I've been really happy with it. It's a really good card. Delver wins the coin flip here. And this list is the 2 Rune Chanter's Pike, 2 Sword of War and Peace. It's basically, it looks like it is a 58 out of 60 card copy of Charles Gindy's deck. And he probes Erik Cabanero.
He's got a Leak, Doomblade, Ratchet Bomb, Liliana. Looks like a really powerful hand for that deck.
There are 3 mana leaks, so in my first pass through, that is the only counterspell in the deck, are those 3 mana leaks.
Yeah. Takes the time to write it down. What's his hand look like? Seachrome Coast into Ponder. This looks like he's playing Illusions.
Yeah, like a lot of what this this blue-white list is, it basically takes the blue-white illusions list and kills all the illusions and replaces them with
better
hex-proof, basically. So you've got 7 hex-proof cards.
He didn't like his Ponder cards.
Then you throw in 4 equipment, the 2 Rune Chanter's Pike, 2 Sword of War and Peace, and then finally, to top it off, a couple of Midnight Hauntings so that you have some resilience.
Yeah.
Turn 1 here for Erik Cabanero.
Did you mean Moorland Haunt or the Midnight Haunting for the resilience?
Both.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they run both.
Okay, yeah.
Turn 2, Ricky does nothing. Turn 2, Erik does nothing. Just land on them both sides.
Yeah.
This is to Erik Cabanero's advantage. He has a Mana Leak and he has a Doomblade. And Ricky still says go.
I think it looks like Ricky has a Mana Leak in his hand too.
Both of these guys slow playing then to try to...
Playing the control game.
Every single turn makes it better for Erik. End of the turn, Midnight Haunting.
Yeah, he's got a... Yeah.
Midnight Haunting does not make it through Mana Leak.
Yep.
Ricky untaps. Now he's able to threaten something like a Geist of St. Traft. He lays a Moorland Haunt. There's an Invisible Stalker. That Stalker is a pretty reasonable threat. The only answers that Erik has in his deck to this are Liliana ×2, Slagstorm ×2.
Yeah.
Pristine,
he might go the distance.
Pristine Talisman is a pseudo answer because it does nullify the damage. However, that Invisible Stalker will likely at some point pick up a piece of equipment and change that math.
Yeah, yeah.
Liliana, get rid of that guy. Yeah. Oh, counterspell from Ricky Siuher. A Rune Chanter's Pike would be amazing.
Yeah.
We got a question from Killer Amnesia. Hey, Adrian, what do you think is the best deck to beat Blue-White Delver? It totally destroyed my IQ today. Well, honestly, I think that the cards you want to see are targeted removal spells that are red, and or cards like Curse of Death's Hold. Unfortunately, there aren't very many decks that do that, so I think you're going to want to do is a very anti-creature base version of basically Wolfrun Ramp, or switch into Mono Red. I think Mono Red is very good against Delver. We got a Geist of St. Traft. Geist of St. Traft, the scariest card that a red deck would have to face against, and it's also pretty scary here for Erik Cabanero.
He could just play the deck too if he's trying to beat it. Like,
yeah, that's...
I always feel like that's a good answer. He's thinking.
Olivia also Mana Leaked.
Mana Leak, yep.
He's got in his hand, it looks like a Pristine Talisman and a Ratchet Bomb.
And a Doomblade, yeah. We already knew about the Doomblade, though.
The Doomblade is only going to be killing angels at this point.
Yep. Does it have any other targets in this deck? It's got Delver and Snapcaster.
It has Delver and Snapcaster, and it has any spirits that come out. Killing a spirit with a Doomblade just feels so sad.
It does. It's got a nice main deck Divine Offering, too. I like that. The champion Divine Offering.
One of the things about Ricky Siuher's Divine Offering, I think I'm not sure if somebody recently must have written about putting Divine Offering in Charles Gindy's deck, but this deck is pretty much nearly an exact copy of Gindy's deck. What's missing, there are 2 looters that are not in the deck, and in their place you see a 4th Invisible Stalker, which I like, and a Divine Offering.
Yeah.
58 out of 60 cards. 3 mana, are we going to see a sword? Nope, it's a 2 mana, and then a pike, and a Seachrome Coast into play tapped. Pike on Invisible Stalker. That pike is going to be for a lot. I think we're going to see, like, near death, but a Nihil Spellbomb turns the pike off.
Yep.
Real value out of that Nihil Spellbomb.
I was actually really excited to see Merfolk Looter in a deck. Like, I don't know why, I've always just loved that card. And then I was kind of sad after I noticed everyone's cutting it.
That is seemingly the most common cut from that deck.
Yeah.
We see 2 Pristine Talismans. I like that card.
It's not doing too much right now.
Well, he hasn't cast it yet.
Yeah.
He has kept on casting other things.
Yeah.
And his hand is what? Talisman, Doomblade, Ratchet Bomb, and something? He goes Talisman into Talisman. This, for now, turns off the Invisible Stalker and then some,
Yeah.
but Erik Cabanero's life is rapidly declining from that Geist.
Yeah, the Angel's just going to do work.
Ponder, powering up the pike.
He's shuffled every time so far, I think.
That's 3 lands. I bet you that's going to be a shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I bought my Rune Chanter's Pike at a small event, maybe about, right after that set came out, I definitely got a weird look from the dealer.
Looks like you're the one winning on that one now.
I didn't speculate. I wish I had. Attack for 2, 4, 8. 1 life for Erik Cabanero. End of turn. He wants a Slag Storm is what he wants here.
Yeah.
A Sun Titan does a little bit of work for him, but not a great deal. No second white, I don't think. I don't think I see 1 white.
I thought that was a Sun Titan, but I was like, there's no way he can cast that card right now.
2 mana for a Ratchet Bomb. I think he's going to be dead next turn if he's not already dead. I don't know what the life totals are. I think the life totals are slightly off here. But the Doomblade is going to need to kill the Angel. In they come. I think he's going to have to kill the Doomblade, or put the Doomblade on the Angel. Doomblade the Angel. It's all you can hit. I think Ricky has a Vapor Snag in hand.
Yeah.
And some card I can't make out. He passes the turn. Erik Cabanero is going to be not quite dead next turn thanks to the Pristine Talismans. He'll be on the verge of death, however.
Still
and another land that does not work.
Yeah.
Packs it up. Okay, he was too low. He was at 4 life, not at 8 life. If he had been at 8 life, he would have been able to survive that next attack.
He just came out of the gates pretty quick and had the counter spells for his first few plays.
Out of the sideboard for Ricky. Ricky won that one, and I think what he's going to do is he's going to cement his matchup advantage by bringing in perhaps a couple of negates and a dissipate. And he didn't really see much from his opponent, but he saw Pristine Talisman and Control Shell elements. And so I think as a result of that, we might even see the Celestial Purge come in to deal with Liliana if it gets out of control, or an Olivia. Yeah. And I think you're going to see the removal of some of the gut shots, and then perhaps some number of Vapor Snag. Vapor Snag still has some utility, being a bad counterspell, so to speak, where they try to kill your creature and you bounce it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's not great, but it's better than a dead creature.
Yeah. I mean, with all the removal that
Erik has?
Yeah, that Erik has, and all the Shrouded guys that he has, or the Hexproof guys that he has, does he want this other sword in the sideboard, or is that just going to be overkill?
I like the sword. It could definitely come in, but it's not necessary. I think every creature being a monster is a good thing.
Yes, I agree.
Now, from the control element standpoint, Ancient Grudge is a card I think you want to see, but not necessarily a whole ton of them. So bringing in 1 Ancient Grudge is fine. You might even bring in 2. The Nihil Spellbomb seems okay. It does serve as a filler. It makes the Rune Chanter's Pike go away. It turns the Snapcaster down a little bit. It's one of those cards you're like, okay, that's fine. It's fine. Not great, but fine.
What else does he want it for in this format other than this stuff?
I think that it's a card it does this job here in this matchup. but it's not great. It's just fine,
Yeah.
you know? Timely reinforcements certainly coming in.
Flash Free is pretty awful.
Ratchet Bomb probably coming in.
Yes.
And what does he take
Grudge,
out?
Probably.
I think one Grudge is definite, and then second Grudge probably not. The cards that come out, though, I think he just kills his mana leaks, first of all.
Yeah.
You know, who cares about trying to do the slow stuff? You've got to speed up your deck.
So we got. I can't imagine he was thrilled to have that Sun Titan in his hand the whole time.
Yeah, the Sun Titan seems like it's also a slow path.
He needs to lower his curve a little bit.
So I think we're going to see -2 Sun Titans, actually. Once you lose the Sun Titans, the Phantasmal image loses a lot of its value.
It can still kill the Geist, though.
Oh, it does still kill the Geist. That's a very good point. We can leave in that as a Geist killer. Good call.
Yes.
So that's 2 Sun Titans, 3 Mana Leaks is 5 cards. That's 3 Timely Reinforcements and 2 Ratchet Bombs. So we got 5 cards.
This Oblivion Ring is looking...
Oblivion Ring is still a removal spell that can kill a sword. It's not
It can
great.
kill a sword, but he's bringing in the Ancient Grudges.
But Oblivion Ring can also kill a Delver. Just the versatility of it.
No. Well, if he's bringing in Ratchet Bombs, too.
I think you kill some Alchemies. Alchemy is
can
pretty
see that, just
pretty
trimming.
slow. Yeah, trim it down to, say, 2 Alchemies for your late game when you're at that point.
Does this deck ever trim a Desperate Ravens?
I think, actually, if you're cutting your Sun Titan package, cutting Desperate Ravens down can be a really good call. Because the whole point of your Desperate Ravens in this deck is just random card advantage to begin with, but then also setting up a Sun Titan turn.
Yeah. And it benefits the Snapcasters, too. Snapcaster probably stays in, right?
I like Snapcaster.
I mean, I love it as a card.
Yeah, copying Galvanic Blast and Doomblade seems good in this matchup.
Yeah.
Even copying a Slagstorm in a late game where you can just reset the board seems great. The last time we saw a matchup like this play was earlier today in round 3, and it ended in a draw.
Did it?
The dreaded time came.
If Ricky gets another draw like that, I don't think this match is going to result in a draw.
For those of you who are just joining us, my name's Adrian Sullivan. I'm joined here in the booth by guest commentator Wes Wise. He gave you a silent wave there.
I did. I'm not used to this commentary thing. I've been trying to get on commentary forever, and Glenn Jones wouldn't let me.
Well, Glenn Jones is a meanie face.
Yeah,
you can tell him I said that.
He is. I asked him if I could be on commentary, and he said, top 8 and open. I said, I have. He said, top 8 another one. It's like, well...
We see a Gitaxian Probe revealing Pristine Talisman, Snapcaster, Forbidden Alchemy, a really beautiful mountain. Is that a beta mountain?
Yes.
And some other land that I lost in the glory of that mountain. Look at that mountain. That is one of the best mountains I've ever seen.
It is. I like that mountain a lot. And his hand is nowhere near as good as his last hand, I think, but...
Ricky says, land go. Pristine Talisman, a real threat in this situation. Divine Offering, 1 life for Erik, 3 life for Ricky. Ricky's fine with that. That is perfectly good to get rid of that card.
Yep.
Ponder, he's looking for some kind of creature to put down. One of the things that has happened to his deck by the changes that he's made, he's got 2 less creatures than Charles Gindy had. And you just need to get something on the table so you can start something.
Yes. Let's see if he keeps these. He likes them. First time this match.
That's right, DI Legacy Challenge.
It was a beta swamp.
Wow.
You'll find your table numbers are the red table tents right.
Another talisman. Is this going to get leaked? Is it going to get...
Looks like he has a negate in his hand.
Honestly, I don't like having a talisman against me at this point in the game. There we go. Good. I mean, a lot of people will let that go. That represents so much life at this point. You can't let that go.
Well, now he can't mana leak whatever his next play is. That was another pretty important thing.
Absolutely. Ricky's still looking for a creature. Is that going to be a go? All these answers and
like
no
he has
threats?
A Geist in his hand, but
he's waiting so he can protect the Geist with a counterspell
he
backup.
doesn't want him to just untap and Lily on it.
What do we see there? Looks like a Midnight Haunting end of the turn. And did that work? I don't see a counterspell in the yard.
I don't see a counterspell or token. Oh,
there we go. There we go. And they come into play attacking, apparently, because they got cast at the end of the turn.
Defense position.
Geist following up. End of the turn, Forbidden Alchemy. Now, think about how slow this is.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think this is a very reasonable card to consider if he did not trim to trim down.
Yeah, I mean, he has to have a Slag Storm at this point. Like, and it looks, does he have that negate in his hand? I can't tell. Like, now his Geist is Liliana proof for a little while. Yep, the Liliana goes to the bin.
He takes a card pretty quickly. I don't know what it was, but
I couldn't tell either. Maybe we'll see on the
draw.
phase. It was.
I still can't tell.
He's got a Doomblade.
Is it a land he might have taken? Maybe he took that Dark Slick Shore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Olivia. Slag Storm.
Slag Storm. He had to tap the
Shimmering Grotto.
Yeah.
Draws the negate out. And now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage from Ricky. Take 8.
Taking a beating pretty quickly.
Down to 11. Untap.
Ricky's got to be out of counterspells pretty soon, though. He needs another Slag Storm.
I think he's got Snapcaster Slag Storm, but he needs 1 more mana to be able to make a Shimmering Grotto do that. Or a red source.
Ratchet Bomb, that's...
Ratchet Bomb's pretty good.
pretty
That'll kill
reasonable right
angels
now, yes.
and spirits. Says go. Doomblade, is that a Geist Flame in hand?
Looks kind of
Some
like an
red
Ancient
spell.
Grudge.
Oh, it could be an Ancient Grudge, yeah. In comes Spirits and Angels. He goes Snapcaster.
He wants to block that Geist.
Yeah. Take that, Geist. Will this work? Dissipate. That's a fine Dissipate from Ricky,
Yes.
but that is his last counterspell. Only land remains in his hand.
Now it's easy to see why it took him so long to find a creature to stick.
And boom. No angel, no spirits, just 2 damage. Erik down to 9, I believe. Erik needs something, though. That Geist is still there. Another land.
Doomblade, Grudge, and looks like a Grudge and a Sulfur Vents.
If I were him, I would crack that Nile Spellbomb now. There we go. Get a draw. What'd you get?
Sun
Titan. I don't know how I feel about
He's not
that.
doing very good right now.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
He still doesn't have a second white to cast it.
There's a sword. We're going to see that sword cast and almost certainly get Ancient Grudged.
Yeah, he's going to make him spend the mana, though. Yep, there we go.
Grudge it. Take 6, though. Go to 3.
This game appears it's going to be over very quickly.
Oh, not 6. Just going to be 2. Go to 7. That's much better than 3.
It is.
That means he can survive another swing from the Geist.
Yes. Unless he has something. Some other equipment. Well, he's got the Grudge still, though. Oh,
That's
that
a Ratchet Bomb?
Yeah.
He's looking through the yard to see what's in there. There's a bomb.
There's a $10 draft.
Still need a Geist answer.
Please come back to the side event stage. $10 draft number 7 is ready to go.
I don't know about sacking that, actually. I think that maybe going to 1 might be better. Oh, there's a Moreland Hunt telling me that I'm not being very smart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Olivia. It works. Erik at 5. He can take a hit from the Angel, go down to 1, kill the Geist, and then be able to use Olivia to wrap up with the Moreland Hunt there as not enough fuel to feed it.
Can he?
Says go.
What does he have to kill this Olivia? Vapor Snag. If it's still in his deck, that'd be very, very good.
Erik says go. I think there's another land from Ricky. Yep. I think I see an Unburial Rites. Says go.
It's like O-Ring.
Oh, O-Ring, Sun Titan, Unburial Rites. Pretty sure.
O-Ring. That is going to resolve. Not a very good time to beat Erik right now.
He's trying to think, can Olivia bite itself?
No,
Nope.
No, he just scoops it in.
There we go. If he had had a Doomblade, not a Doomblade, pardon me, Go for the Throat, he could have killed his Olivia in response, and then had the O-Ring forced to take out the Geist.
Yes.
But no such luck, no such card in hand. That was a very quick 2-0, not surprising though.
Ricky had some pretty solid draws, and Erik's first hand seemed really fine, but the second one just didn't seem like it was going to get there.
And Erik's deck